You ready? Alright, so I'm back with another banger video. In today's video, I'm here with my stepdad. We're going to be doing his top 10 sneakers in his collection. Just getting his point of views and just what he liked about the sneakers, why he bought them, are they comfortable or not, so all that stuff. So now stop it. Alright, so he got the Space Jam 9. So why you buy this shoe?
Well, I bought the Space Jam 9 in 2014 with the last release, and I thought when I was a kid, I always wanted a pair. My older cousin had a pair when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old. So I was like, well, you know, when I get older, I was gonna make it a point to buy it for myself. And when they came out, they actually came out with the Space Jam 11s and the Space Jam 9s. I ain't really want to spend that $220 price tag for the Space Jam 11, so I was like, I'll go with these. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't really get with them because of the shape. They say it look like a space shoe.
See, that's what I be saying. I don't like
they
that.
give me the whole concept of Space Jam. You know what I'm saying? To speak for itself. It's a very comfortable shoe, and it doesn't have, it's very comfortable. The leather on it is real good, and I like the way it feels here. And if you got on a nice pair of joggers or a nice pair of jeans, it's nice and a little tapered at the bottom. It's not tight like skinny. But you know, got a nice little vibe. It's cool, you know, and it's easy to throw on with a nice little graphic tee or a jersey, you know. And when I picked them up, I was like, shit.
First as you getting them, were they easy to get them? Like when you got them, when they easy?
When I got these, that was when they first started rolling out that raffle shit. You
so
know what I'm saying?
Was these easier to get than the Space Jams?
Yeah.
Whereas as the 11 when they came out, these was easier to get.
Yeah. But well, shout out to the Villa, by the way. Every year when they do a release on a retro, they have a toy drive that they do. So you get a toy that's $20 or more, and you donate it, they actually enter you in a raffle. That guarantees your pair of shoes. So it's not like everybody else. You go in there, like I went on Finish Line and tried to do the 12, the black and gold 12. Man, I went into my email, had the ticket in there, swiped it. It was like, dang. I was like, really? I'm like, they got to go through all that. But, you know, the Villa, they do pretty good. You know, I entered in a couple of their little toy drives and was able to get some kicks that a lot of people weren't able to get. First come, first serve when you do it.
So you think them will release again? Being they came out back with 2014.
Yeah, 2014.
So
that was 6 years ago.
So you think now, but they released what was that shoe? I think the Bread Forward. That wasn't too long in between the time span between they released the Bread Forwards again.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, man, I kind of hope they do. But the fact that they didn't came out with the cherry reds, they didn't came out with the bread 9s. They didn't did a couple of 9 releases.
Do you think they should do like they doing with all like the OGs do like a reverse type or alternate type thing?
I think that'd be cold if they do an all black with the white around the front. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be cold.
No, I'm just saying that just because you know every shoe is like nowadays it's like got the original, now they got the alternate like the grapes and all that stuff.
Yeah. I think you know what? I'll fuck with them. If they do that, I'll fuck with that.
I'm just saying that was just like OG stuff.
They got some wear and tear on these motherfuckers.
But you don't look as bad.
Starting to get a little yellow, but it's a couple people that I'm gonna reach out to and see if I can get these boys restored on the sole. See, the upper looks still pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I see people with 9s and they be like beat to the ground, those don't even look like you warm. You can tell that they're warm, but you can't tell. Like you put them on and nobody paying to your feet, they look like a brand new shoe to me, personally.
You know, and then my thing is I work a lot, so when it comes to wearing sneakers, I wear it as a fashion. I don't wear them to hoop. I don't hoop in none of my sneakers. For what? You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend over $200 on a price tag for a pair of sneakers, I'm not about to hoop in them.
I said that in my sneaker collection, I hooped in my Levi's.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And, you know.
So we moving on to that. All right. So his next shoe is an Adidas shoe. It's the
Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, it's that shoe. So he gonna talk about this. I don't know too much about this one.
Well, you know, when people talk about dead stock and talk about sneakers, a lot of people get a lot of reviews and different things on a Jordan sneaker, man. They sleep on people like Dikembe Mutombo. This one came out when I was in junior high school. In actuality, man, I was able to get another one in 2001. I actually paid $104 for it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, damn, I had to have it because I remembered it when it came out when I was in junior high school, you know, and he was a excellent basketball player, man. He was real good. And the fact that he had a sneaker that represented his home in Africa, you know, different things like that, he got the 55 on the side.
That was his number.
Yeah, his number was 55. So when I got them, I was like, okay. And I like to put outfits together. So the fact that I was able to put something together with it, I actually had the shirt and ran across the hat. It took me a minute to run across it, but I sit on a pair of sneakers until I find the pieces to the puzzle. And this right here, it's a very comfortable shoe as well. And I done had a few nice runs in it. Like I said, it's 2001. And it's 2020.
So that's
it's 19 years old.
You would think that shit would be cracking out. Like you look at some Jordans over like 10 years, they just yellowed out. There's no ice on even detail. Like even the suede, you still get a nice suede.
Yeah.
Now before we even move on with the video, I feel like a lot of when basketball players, as far as like not even basketball, like football players and even like soccer players, when they sign with Adidas, they don't get as much rep or publicity when their shoes come out.
Yeah.
Like when only player I know I'm gonna say 3 or 4 players that sign with Adidas and they're known because of that basketball. And you think of Kyrie, you know his shoes. LeBron, you know his shoes. KD, you know his shoes. And when you think of Adidas players, like it's so many players that got deals with Adidas that you don't see their shoes often.
Yeah.
So I just feel like when you see old shoes like this, you kind of keep on to them, hold on to them as
it's like a grail.
Yeah, but you probably never gonna see it again. And then if you got them, if people got them, they beat them to the ground because it wasn't a popular shoe. So they were like, what does it matter?
Yeah, and then with this shoe, man, they actually came out with a Mukembe Mutombe 2. And I didn't really care for that one too much. They came out with this one, and they came out with a black and blue pair as well, just like this.
I think I saw red in this once.
Yeah,
I think it was like red, had like yellow on it.
Yeah.
And I think I saw that. I don't know what side I was on. I think I saw them.
If they drop another pair of these just like this, in this style, iconic style like this, I'll buy it.
I think that's what Adidas need to do, especially with older shoes. Is like now people really don't look to Adidas for basketball. Same thing with Puma. People don't look to Puma for basketball shoes, and they come out like the Puma Clyde. They come out with stuff like that. It's not hype, but they come out with it just because it's like you look
just
at
to give them something for people to do, something for people to buy.
Because I know a lot of people that only wear Puma, like only Puma brand. They wear all the shoes. I know a lot of people that just wear Under Armour running shoes, basketball shoes. So I feel like if Adidas just puts out some old stuff, I feel like more, probably not our generation, because we didn't grow up on Adidas, but probably like your age and older, I feel like they'd make a lot of money because people are like, oh, I grew up on them. My dad had those.
You know, it's funny about that. You know, I done had these as long as I had them. They got the little slight yellow one down here at the bottom, which that could be fixed. But it's a lot of shoes that I grew up on when I was coming up. Like even LA Gear had a fresh basketball shoe that actually had the light in the back, and it was like they was running for like 160 when I was in junior and actually I was in elementary. You know what I'm saying? And if they drop them again, that'll be something that people will buy. I'll fuck with it.
But just people
when I
that's
grew up
older.
then, all the dope boys had those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is, I like this shoe. This shoe is a classic right here.
Just to keep going on old shoes, I feel like the oldest shoe that I can think of now that people don't wear are Samoas. Adidas Samoas.
Yeah.
I think I had a pair of them, like a navy blue pair.
And they still high sellers.
That's the oldest shoe that I can think of that now is like I won't put on those Samoas now. But then I'm like those was popular in the time for like same thing with Hirachis. Like Hirachis used to blow up. Everybody had a pair of Hirachis. Now you don't see them like that. You see them in stores, but you don't see everybody with them.
Yeah.
Like I'm like Kobe with his basketball. I see more basketball players as far as those than like the normal running shoe as a shoe.
Right.
So I don't know. So we're gonna move on to your next shoe. What's that one?
My next shoe is. I like all different kinds of sneakers. I'm just not, I have a lot of Jordans, but also too, I like anything that I can use my creativity and put together with something else. So I just got into the Air Max 270s. Shout out to my brother Ramani. I was kind of impressed. I wore a few pairs of Air Max growing up, and they stick to the whole comfortability, man. And these right here, the fact that the air bubble is so big on it, and the fact that you can pretty much wear whatever kind of sock you want to wear, and it'll change the whole silhouette of the front of the toe and the side. Yeah, you can actually change the game a little bit, and I was kind of surprised. I wore them and they were extremely comfortable. So shout out to Nike for the 270s. These are pretty cool.
You think when you buy shoes, what are your first things you go look for? Like, is it like a colorway or is it comfortability? Because I know when I look for certain shoes, it's more of like a color that I can wear, that's wearable. Like some stuff you buy shoes, they come out and not wearable. Like you can't just wear this shoe every day. Is it like comfortability, color, or just the style or the hype over? Like what is like when you go see shoes? Like what is you go to? Like I want these. Like what make you make that decision? Like I want these.
Well, first thing is if it stands out to me. That's number one. The number one key to buying anything is it's an eye catcher. You know, when I look for sneakers, I look for two things. Thing number one is the price. You know what I'm saying? And when I say price, it's not that I'm cheap when it comes to sneakers, but I done dealt with a lot of different people in the sneaker world and fashion world, so I know exactly how much it takes for you to produce a certain thing. And I know by the amount of money you're willing to spend, the amount of money or material you're willing to put into it, if it's going to be a waste of money for me. Okay. So I go with, I'm going to a shoe store and see a shoe for $50. I'll buy it. And it's not a letdown because it's comfortable. So if I paid $50 for this shoe and it's comfortable, it's not a waste. I spent $200 up on sneakers. I didn't bought some $200 sneakers and was disappointed. They look good, but they're not comfortable. You see what I'm saying? I want it to be comfortable. And something that I like to put, you know, fashions together. So when I buy a sneaker, I can go in there and see a sneaker for $50 and sit on that bitch for a year until I find the right things to collab with it and wear it.
So out of all your shoes, you probably had everything probably through 14. You think everything through 14?
As far as like
Jordans.
And Jordans?
Yeah, everything 14. So out of all those, just 1 through 14, I don't think I had anything well before. I don't think I had anything. What's the most comfortablest shoe you want to have? As far as just Jordan, all the way up there.
If I had to pick one specific one, I'd say the 9. I would say the Lady 5s. Those are comfortable. The Carmine 1s, the Carmine 6s. The Hornet 5s. A lot of people sleeping on the Hornet 5s. They come.
But them still kind of expensive. When you look at them, like them, that's some cheap. But I think my Tinker 3s is more comfortable than my Chicago's. And I don't know if that's me. I think those are more comfortable than Chicago's. I guess I ain't wore the Chicago a whole bunch, but still, when I had them Chicago on, they not as comfortable as the Tinkers to me. Well, I don't think they feel the same.
I probably would agree with that when it comes to certain things, because when people pay attention to when you get a Jordan 3 or a Tinker or a 4 or a 5, they got an elastic band on the inside.
Yeah, but same thing with my Laneys. My Laneys in them 5 and low 5, they don't feel the same.
Yeah, they got an elastic band on the inside. And that adds a little extra tightness to the shoe. And I think the only purpose for them putting it in there is to help support your ankle if you play basketball. But yeah, it is kind of uncomfortable. It does make the shoe a little tight.
But when I wear them Chicago, they're not uncomfortable, but it's like I like being comfortable when I wear shoes. Like in my Tinkers, I can feel my feet. They can move around. Right. Even though they my size, I can still have that comfortability. Yeah. And them Chicago's, it's not, I don't feel that same, it's comfortable, but I don't feel that same comfort in the shoe as my foot being in it. Right. So I don't know. So what's your next shoe?
Now, we got a lot of iconic staples in basketball. People gravitate to Jordan the most because he's been in the game a long time. He started in the 80s. But a lot of people don't know, when it comes to sneakers, this is a Penny Hardaway. This came out when I was in junior high school. I was in the 9th grade. I had a black and blue pair, and they were going for $150.
It was like an alternate version of these.
Yeah, but it was, the whole shoe was black and it was blue trimming here. And they were $150. Got them at Christmas time. When it was time to go back to school, everybody got their little Christmas shit, wearing their Christmas shit to school. I had those on, and a lot of people wonder about the whole the carbon fiber, where the carbon fiber originated from. It actually originated from Penny Hardaway. The foam positives was actually made in a die cast upside down. So when they created it, the carbon fiber was mold. It was a mold.
Oh, it was just like had the carbon fiber on it
Yeah.
too.
So that's where this whole carbon fiber concept came from. So when they started putting it on everything, now they use that to authenticate the sneaker and all of that.
But they only carbon fiber is only on 14s, aren't they?
No, the actual carbon fiber is on the bottom of 11.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly on the bottom of 11s.
Oh, 11s. I don't know. I thought 14s.
You know, because they can scratch it like this. But it actually started on Hardaways, on the phone posit.
On this phone posit?
No, this is a penny.
I mean,
this is just a penny on the phone posit. Oh, that's where the whole carbon fiber concept came from. But this shoe right here, this shoe is comfortable as fuck.
I ain't never know that's where carbon fiber came from.
Yeah, it came from, So it's comfortable, and me being me, I got a Penny Hardaway jersey to go with it. So that was like a no-brainer. Right, you know what I'm saying? And these cost me $50. Shout out to Marshalls, by the way.
I think this is more, that's an old head show. I don't think you would see, especially our generation, with some pennies on now. It has phone posits.
Outside of phone?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to go back too much.
They sleeping
too much
on
past that.
They sleeping on. Well, I'm going to keep it going. Take you back to another pair of pennies. The penny flights. All suede upper. Got the nice little off-white pearl color on the side. You got the little shock waves on the inside of the check. The penny symbol on the back. Once again, these have been worn. So you see the little wear and tear on the bottom. But shout out to Marshalls again. This is $60 pair. But they came out at, I'd say, $175-ish.
Oh, that's a good deal.
A nice little carbon fiber on the bottom. A lot of people, sleeping on it. Like I said, once again, goes excellent with the Penny Hardaway jersey, which I have.
Which ones is more comfortable? The other ones are them?
Both of these, they actually neck and neck.
Oh, they feel the same?
Yeah, they actually neck and neck.
That's really, but you don't see that too many shoes, especially like I hear like across basketball shoes. You might come out with this one and this one. They don't have that same feel or comfortability as the next one and next one.
It's kind of like they use the same material across the board.
Oh, okay.
It's very comfortable.
I think that's more consistent with just Nike, as far as his Nike shoes, than Jordan shoes. You could tell, like, you get this one and this next one, they don't feel the same.
Right.
Well, I feel like with Nike, most of Nike shoes, you get this shoe and it's the same model or the same number. The next one is gonna feel the same.
Right.
It might be a different model, but as far as the comfortability stuff, it feels the same with Nike shoes.
I think it's the same manufacturer. That's what I think it comes from.
Because I feel like with some Jordans, it be like you get this one, it might be a 1, and then you get another Jordan 1, and it don't feel the same.
Now, by the way, I'm not trying to, make anybody think different about Jordan brand sneakers, because I do have a lot of Jordans. Jordan is still in my top 5. But I had to give a shout out to the other people who play ball too, that a lot of people don't recognize. Then we're gonna go to this special edition Air Max right here. Shout out to Romani again. A nice little pickup right here, man. I was really impressed by it. And when I'm not a huge fan of the Air Max 90, but this one right here was an attention grabber because of the colorway. Because of the colorway. When you see these, the first thing you think of is the Warriors, because it's the Warrior colorway. And this looks very good with a Warrior jersey, once again, which I have, because I like jerseys and I like sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And this one right here, this is actually, I was impressed too. It's really comfortable.
I feel like a lot of times with Air Maxes, Air Max 1s per se, people who don't look at them as Air Maxes, first, that's the Air Max you first when you see them. They even though they come out, you be like, Air Maxes come out like Jordans. Like, it's always a new pair. I feel like people don't go pick them up often. It's just like, I feel like Air Max
turn around, it's a color.
Yeah, so this is something you buy more special edition ones?
Well, this is my second pair of Air Max. As far as like this style 90, I had a pair back in 2006. That was pretty cool, but this right here, this stood out to me because of the colorway and, once again, price.
No, I feel like more people, if they came out with special edition ones, not even for as like, I feel like you said Warriors, that's gonna pop to people if you're a Warrior fan. OG, the regular blue jerseys or the white one, I feel like the white jersey with the blue will go better with these. I just feel like if they come out with more special edition ones, more people, and probably not up the price, but like more people will go for them.
Yeah.
They're just normal. I feel like when they come out with like the one with that shirt I had got, like the lime green. They come out with stuff like that. It can sit into the price droppers, and people like, I'm not spending that for that.
Right.
But if they come out with a special edition one for like towards a team or something, I feel like more people go spend their money. It's just like, if you a fan, you want the shoe. So even though this not the shoe like a Warrior, this not the like Warrior MX1, but it's like when you see it, that's what people gonna say with it, Warrior MX1 anyway. So special edition ones, I feel like more people will gravitate towards and buy than just normal ones. And
you know what? I would say you're right, because when they drop for special edition, they only drop a few pairs.
Yeah,
not really a lot.
Same thing with your even though them drop kind of everywhere, them Jordan on the low, nothing but net. See, that was kind of like a special edition. And you seen people talking about getting them, but it was more like they dropped and they sold out, and then they restocked them and they sold out again real quick. So it's like you ain't really see them nowhere for sitting for a while.
Right. Shout out to y'all too.
We
saw
that picture. Yeah. We saw that picture. I'm like, when we walked in the mall, I'm like, oh, my kids want to get these.
Now we go to the Laneys.
Y'all seen my pair. My pair's done. That pair kind of done over there.
These this basically spoke for itself. You know, I remember when the all white Laneys came out, which they dropped probably about a year before these actually came out. I was in Texas, and I didn't pick them up. Actually, no, it wasn't the 5s. It was the Laney 14s that I didn't pick up, which I wish I would have.
I ain't seen them in a minute. I ain't never really seen them.
There ain't too many people got them, man.
I ain't seen them in a minute.
And that was a deal when I saw them. They wanted 150.
Oh yeah.
And I should have got them. And the fact that I didn't, I kind of beat myself up sometimes about it. I procrastinate when it comes to buying certain shit, because I be looking at it like, do I really want to spend that for it? You know what I'm saying? But my patience pays off sometimes. Like, I got lucky when I got these. I paid $150 for them, and they extremely comfortable. It was surprising. I didn't have to cut the elastic out.
I just leave it in there. But do you think? Remember when you were telling me about that lady? How much did she pay for her sons?
Oh,
remember that lady?
I was actually at work one day, and the lady was like, she ordered her son a pair, and she paid like $270 for them. And I was like, I paid $150 for mine. And she was like, what? Yours was $2. I paid $2 for yours. You got yours right when they dropped.
Yeah, I forgot that I did get my own.
You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't doing the raffle then either, so that was a.
Well, we walked in the store and saw mine, didn't we? My mom walked in. Yeah. But that $270.
What happened was you told us that you wanted them, and me and your mom went to the mall and we picked them up.
That was what's crazy.
And it was a surprise. That was for your birthday too.
Yeah,
it came out around that time.
You know what's crazy about that? I wanted them and got them, but I couldn't get them Bugs Bunny 8s. Remember them 8s? I procrastinated on them. That was like the worst decision in my life. I had some 8s right now.
Yeah, I agree, man. I done had a couple of bad decisions when it comes to
sneakers. But y'all asked me like, y'all want them? I'm like, no. And then I came and I was like, I want them, y'all, when I was looking for them.
They going for like 4 or something.
Yeah, I want to spend that money. No, that ain't worth it. I think that was my 9th grade year, wasn't it? I was in 9th grade then.
No, them came out just recent.
Them did them?
Yeah, I feel like came out the end of 11th grade.
They did?
Yep.
Dang.
And right around that same time, they came out with the South Beach.
Yep. I wanted a pair of them too, but I just felt.
Yeah, I wanted a pair of them too, and I seen them for $150 and I didn't cop them.
I was like,
and a lot of people were like, you know, when these came out, like it's gonna be this color on the sole, that color on the sole. So many different ones actually came out in sneaker stores that the sole was blue on some and the sole was milky on some.
And then you even saw something that came out, that one guy that got the bag. He got a bag.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people, they don't know what they get. You see what I'm saying? They just be trying to make a mountain out of a molehill.
But they came out like that, right?
Yeah,
they came out with the milk bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they came out with the.
And certain stores got specific ones. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't make it be fake because
it came out.
Some came out blue and some came out milky.
Do you think now it's time for a Stitch 45?
I think a Stitch 45 would be good on that. I actually ended up getting lucky and I got a jersey made with the 45 on the back.
So you think if the Cool Gray Levis come out, they should do OG pan other than the Sticks 45, not this plastic stuff. If them do come out, you
But
think
see,
it's time for that?
it'd be hard for them to put the 45 on the cool grades because the cool grades wasn't a part of that era. When the 45 came out, that was when Jordan retired, and he actually came back with the number 45. So they dropped the bread with the 45. They dropped and he was the only one playing that had that. Then they had the Space Jam with the 45 on the back, and then these. You see what I'm saying? So it's actually a part of a series.
So it should 45.
He actually played them.
So 45 should have put 45 on the back of these.
They
should.
They should have put it on the back of the breads. And that would have finished off the set. Because when he first came back, the breads he had 45 on the back. So when they was doing the little teaser, making everybody think it was gonna be with the 45, I was excited. You know what I'm saying? And then when they dropped it with the 23, I didn't even if I could have got them, I didn't want them.
Then they said they didn't tell people we didn't get real official images. It was like they came out with the image of when they released it that it was gonna be the bread was coming back. When the bread was coming out, they said that, and then about time, I think it was almost like 2 weeks before the release date.
It's gonna be a 23.
It's gonna be a 23 on the back, and then I feel like a lot of people. That's why I feel like a lot of people, they sold them and they went up so high in price because people were like, that was gonna be $1,000 shoe or more.
Even when they had the 45 on the back.
So people, I feel like people. What about them people that had got like they was secured about 10 pairs and they was like, I'm gonna make this much money, and then 23 on the back and like you had to push them off.
Yeah, because I was down there to the point. If I would have got a pair of the breads, I would have had a shoe tailor to take this back off and put a 45 on it. I
feel like
that's how bad I want.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a PE out there like that.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I did just because
it's a hot shoe though. You got the carbon fiber on it, everything on, blue, shoe tree on the inside, Air Jordan on the inside, everything. But at the end of the day, I would have rather had the bread.
I think I saw more people when the breads came out wear them down than the Concords. I don't know if the Concords feel like people want that's like an OG shoe. I don't know. I see more people wear the breads though, like wear them down to the ground. I don't know why. So I just saw more people with them than the Concords when them came out.
Yeah, and the Concords sold out too.
They want a lot of money for them now though.
Yeah, just like them cap and gowns.
Now this shoe right here, I want this shoe so bad. This is one of my shoes. Well, it's two shoes. The gold Will Smith 5. That one and this one. These are like two shoes that I have to have. Them Will Smith 5, I'm probably gonna never touch them a day in my life. But tell us about this shoe.
Now, I think I got these on the last release of the Carmines because a lot of people didn't know they dropped the Carmine 6s and the 1s all at the same time. When I went in the store, is when Foot Action was in Oakland Mall. I had a homeboy who worked there. His name Dion. Shout out to Dion. I went in the store and I'm like, okay, I'm about to grab them 6s. 6s was sold out. They still had one pair of these left, and I copped them. Which I did end up getting the 6s a couple years later though. But I ended up copping these, and I paid $165.
So that's what back when they was 165. Now it's Jordan 1s, all of them will come out with
like
170,
180. Yup. And
what year was this?
This was, I'd probably say 15, maybe 2015.
So not too long ago.
Yeah, not that long.
It seemed like when you look at some Jordan 1s, like when you look at the Carmines, it seemed like they've been gone. It would seem like they've been released a long time ago, but it's not. The Carmine 6 as far as.
Yeah, they actually looking at the tag on the inside, they actually went worldwide in 14. So I got these in 14.
These are actually pretty hard. Like, if you
they
could,
comfortable in the
if you could, even though you have both, which one would you pick if you could go back and like only get one, the 1s or the 6s? Which ones would you pick?
The 6 is iconic. I'll probably go with the 1.
You go with the 1. That's what I said. I like the 1.
And the only reason I go with the 1 because they don't always drop a Carmine 1 when they drop Carmine.
Like if I could get my hands on the 6s that's coming out this year, I'd get them just because
it's iconic.
Yeah, and then these, what you gonna spend for these? You can get about 4 pairs. The Carmines are coming out, so I'm like, I'd rather get them now than get these.
I'm thinking they're gonna probably go up on the price on the Carmines though.
You think so?
Yeah, they're probably gonna do $225 or something like that.
Probably.
That's just an assumption because all of the ones that been iconic that been re-released, the price tag been a little
You
high.
think this is Jordan that they don't show love to?
Yeah.
It's just like there's a lot of Jordan 1s that been released.
This one underrated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Out of all the sneaker reviews I done watched on YouTube, I ain't seen nobody do a Carmine one.
I ain't never, and when you look them up, like you see the 6s, and that's it.
Yeah.
You see people talk about 6s. I think I seen one video on some Carmine's one. The man, he was like, and he said it, he was like, he had the 6, and like he wanted to finish his set, and he was like, well, he didn't want to spend what they want for these now. He's like, he could have got them. But I
It's
don't,
160.
I feel like that's crazy now when you look at them prices and one of like they Jordan 1s really come out at 170, 175.
And I done had these boys for a minute, man. It was an icy blue bottom on the bottom.
See, that's what I'm saying. These still look
it
nice.
was
Though.
icy blue.
These still look nice though. It don't even look that bad of a shoe. Even the bottom being there, and you can get the stuff to put that
they
on.
actually, you know, if I was to get them the color touched up a little bit on them and revive them a little bit, because it was cocaine white. It was like pure white.
But
White
crazy,
Snow White.
I feel like this is one of the shoes. Now this is a disclaimer. Jordan, Gucci with that beat up shoes, no, cut it out. But this actually looks better. When you look at it, you could tell like this looks.
I actually took care of it.
Yeah, like you could tell this is like, even though it's an old shoe and you don't wear it, this looks nice. You like, if you were to sell this, they can't underpay you.
Right.
You can still get a good amount of money for these, even them being worn and looking like this.
Yeah.
But you see some shoes and people go try to sell them and they like,
No.
you might as well give me some garbage.
Right.
Well,
Well, you know, I've been cleaning shoes since I was 14. So most of the time after I get done wearing a pair of shoes, they get cleaned up and put away.
But these are hard. I'm gonna have to get a pair of these. I'm gonna have to get my money to get a pair of these. But
And
these
they look good with that original Jordan jersey.
Yeah,
They classic.
these are hard. That was the last one?
No, I got
Oh,
one more.
one more. Them hard. I might have to get a pair of them on chance. Get my money right and get a pair of them.
The last one is the Wolf Grays. The fours, which I got a few pairs of the fours in my collection. The only one that I don't have is the bread fours. I've been trying to get them, and I don't know if I want to spend that $400 price tag for them, especially when I know they only came out at 2.
These going for 400 or more, right?
Yeah, these are like $460, and I paid $190 for them. Plus the taxes, it was like $207.
That's something with these shoes nowadays. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
460.
And it's a grail too. This a back in the day boy. You know,
I think they releasing the 3s this year too.
the cool grade 3.
The cool grade
Which
3.
they came out before.
That's what I'm saying. That like this is crazy. Like some of these prices on some of like shoes that's like older, it's like the prices is like they want so much for them.
Especially when they've been sitting in a warehouse in plastic for a long time, and people just bringing them out their collection to sell them. You know, a lot of people don't really have manufactured versions of these no more because they, you know, so old after so many years they start to dry out.
I think this is a shoe. If people could, you gotta keep one per
Just
dead
one.
stop.
Yeah.
Just one per dead stop. Was like $460. Imagine that price in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
People gonna be wanting 8. It's something. It was even like
the Levi's.
Man. Like even,
900, 1,000.
like even with the regular shadow backboard one, just the first one with the white on it. I was watching somebody, they was like, they wanted like, I think they came with like 190 something like that. They want almost over 2,000 for them.
Yeah.
And they ain't been sitting. The first pair that came out, I think it been about 10 years, something close to that. And they went over 1,000 for them. So imagine you sitting on some 4s, a pair of cool gray 4s that probably ain't gonna never release again for a long time.
For about another 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
So by the time hold them till the next release, you gonna have a stack or 2 on your hands,
Right.
and a pair of shoes.
And this was the first come, first serve.
Where you get these at?
I got these at Oakland Mall. Shout out to Finish Line. Nope, shout out to Champs. And these boys at Champs.
I don't know. I think money got to spend some good money on them.
Hey, 'cause he trying to get them, man. He trying to get them.
Did money end up getting the bread, right? Money get the breads or no?
No, he had the bread for us, but somebody bought them from him.
That was a bad investment. Man, they look nice now. When they first got, I did not like them. I wasn't messing with them.
The upside down Jordan in the back was yellow with the yellow flight. Yeah.
So now, since that's the last sneaker out of all these sneakers, which one would you be like, this is the top 10? Like the number one sneaker, rather? Out of all of these, which one would it be?
If I had to pick the number one sneaker out of all of these, even though I got, you know, the Concords and the Nines, I'd probably say the Nines.
The Nines?
Yep.
I'm not a Nines fan, but I can agree with you.
Dream
on
and
that.
do it. I even got the Dream and do it
Yeah.
now. And the Nines, they it.
That's a good choice. Even though I don't like Nines, I think that's the most out of all your shoes and all these shoes besides the Air Maxes, your old shoes. I think that's the most shoe that's like that shoe you gotta have as your number one, even if you don't even really like it for real.
Yeah.
That's the shoe you gotta have.
I like it. I wear them because motherfuckers be like they.
I don't like
They
that.
look like space shoes. I be like, man,
I
I'm
ain't
about to
never-
walk on the moon then.
I ain't never liked
You
the
know what I'm
Nines.
saying? The Nines is they it, man.
I think we need some more colorways than that for me to like them. But alright, y'all, that's the end of this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all your friends, your grannies, your mamas, all of them. Shout out to my stepdad for getting on this video with me. We're gonna be having some more videos coming soon. I'm about to get in my bag on this YouTube stuff. But thank you again, and we out.